Good morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. And there's Mr. Seth. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Deb, and more. Seth's getting a drink of water. Good morning, Bella. Donna, I figured we'd swing over here and try to see Seth while he was distracted drinking water. Good morning, Nancy. You know how he is with me, so I don't want to get him too riled up, but of course, you have one of the biggest enclosures in the entire property, and he's sitting in his feeding lockout. That's just a little box. Yeah, go back out in your big area so people don't yell at me. There you go. Alright, he's already being sneaky. Morning, Carol. Oh gosh. Well, that took all of 2 seconds. I'm not egging you on, sir. I know you guys can watch Seth on the Explore camera, but I always have people tell me, we see Hoover more than Seth. So I was trying to bring you Seth, but I can tell he's already going to be naughty. Today is actually a fasting day for the cats because tomorrow starts panicure. And so all the cats are going to be very, very eager and excited. It's also a very cool morning, which we know the cats like. Look at him. He is so convinced that he's hiding from me. I just can't even. I can't even with you. I don't dare get closer. I'm not turning my back. I'm just gonna stand here until he decides to do something different. Oh, you're so goofy. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Now, for all of you that only saw him sitting in his lockout, you can see how much space he actually has. All right, we're getting out of here. Cannot condone that type of behavior. I can't condone it. I love you way too much for you hurt yourself. Very nice boy. Thank you, Seth. Oh boy. It might be something to do with the camera too, because I clean Seth and feed Seth all the time. And he, oh Carol, that pearly comment was amazing. And he doesn't always do that to me. So no, I think it's something to do with this stabilizer or something. You were very good at hide and seek, but I gotta go. All right. I'm even behind the barricade. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, let's go see who else we can find. Later this afternoon, Catherine and I are gonna do some more birthday treats. It'll be Gilligan and Frankie today, I believe. All right, we're gonna go real slow, no chasing. Now he's following me. No chasing, sir. We totally agree we should be protecting these cats in the wild and not allowing people to breed them for life in cages. There are 2 places you can go for more information on that. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can make the call of the wild for these cats at bigcatact.com. And you can also check out catlaws.com for a lot of good information. How about we stop in and say hi to Max and Marianne? They've been reunited. They're no longer snubbing each other. Here they are. Max is the much bigger one. Marianne is much smaller, lots spottier of a coat. They were introduced at a young age. Usually cats are solitary by nature, but we've kind of seen with bobcats and other species that if they choose to like each other, then sometimes they can live happily ever after. Max looks like he's doing pretty good. He caught himself a squirrel on Sunday in front of all the tours, so he's right back to his old ways. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not going to linger with any one cat for too long today because I definitely don't want to tease them. Like I said, this is a fasting day. for Panicure that starts tomorrow. So everyone's gonna be real eager to see me, hoping I have food. But we will hand out some treats to the birthday boys later. So Maximilian Bobcat. It's a very exciting morning. So you can see they have all these platforms. They actually have 2 waterfalls in their enclosure. If you're new to us, I know the first thing everybody says is, why are they in such a small cage? But I often tell people I can walk every cage for you and show you exactly how much space they have, but then you're not going to see the cat. You're just going to see a lot of empty cage. So their cage goes all the way down there. Max partially. He kind of just played with it more than anything. That's the saddest part about, you know, when the cats do catch live prey in their enclosures, and that's because, you know, they weren't really raised to properly know how to survive hunting and eating and all that. So a lot of times it's more of the thrill of catching it, and then that's about it. That's why we don't feed whole prey to any of the cats here unless they're in the rehab program. Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining, we spent some time with Silly Seth. And now we're over here with Max and Marianne for a minute, so they can... I know, bud. All right, let's go see what other neighbors are out. Thinking we'll try to say hello to Frosty. Now Frosty, I don't believe, there are certain cats that are not fasting. Some of our absolute oldest, or any of the cats that need medication with food, they are not fasted. So let's head on in here. I see an Andy Bobcat on her hill. And I see Breezy up and moving. That Andy Bobcat. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, sweet girl. You gonna be a statue? You gonna be a statue? Thank you to everybody helping answer questions. When I'm driving or walking, or if I'm really close to a cat, I'm usually not looking at my screen. Hi, lady. Oh yeah, Andy's fur is totally back. It's a little bit thinner, you can see right down her back, but I hope it grew in quick. Yeah, we have to fast the cats because they're very, very smart. If you've ever had a cat at home, you've had to medicate for something, they are incredibly difficult at taking pills or liquids or anything. And because these cats do catch things from time to time, like lizards and things like that, they need to be properly wormed. And in order to get them to actually do it, we have to fast them so they'll be nice and hungry and they'll eat. Hi, lady! Are you coming over to say hi to me? That's very sweet of you. I don't have anything though. I'm very sorry. I see you already got your supplement. Your tray's right there. Oh, she's so darn cute. She's like, I'm gonna go in my other section. It's closer to the feeding lockout. Alright, well there she goes. Oh, she's so darn cute. So you can see she's kind of showing you a nice example how she can go from one section to the other of her enclosure. Where did that Breezy Bob go? It's way over there. Yeah, several of the cats do make biscuits. I actually went by and saw Aries doing that this morning on his platform. Hi, Breezy. This is Breezy Bobcat. You come say hi for just a second? Just 1 second. I know, because you're going to sniff me and realize I did not bring anything fun. And then you're going to go away. Maybe I'll show everyone your cute little bobcat tail. She has a nice little perfume tube. That's what that little tube there is. We use paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls, and we do perfumes and spices and all kinds of fun stuff, and the cats just love it. Breezy's weakness is fresh mint. She will come a-running for that anytime. I have a feeling that Frosty is in his den, because I'm not seeing him anywhere else. Where's that Frosty Paws? There he is. Here's Frosty Paws. This is Frosty Serval. Very warm in his den. Thank you, Chris, for your donation. We really appreciate that. So Frosty's one of our oldest residents. He just turned 24 years old this month. He's nice and snug in his den. We always fill it with fresh straw when we know it's getting cold. It's like maybe in the mid 50s. I think we only have a high of 60 today. And for Florida, us wussies down here, that's pretty cold. And also right now there's 0 sun, so it's just very, very gloomy. Oh, Frost. Sorry, I can't get you a better view. Every time I touch my screen, it either shuts off my live, or it does the crazy things like that. Wow, you couldn't have come at a better time for my stabilizer to fail. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if it'll hold. If you guys are just joining, we've seen Seth and Max and Marianne, Breezy, Andy, now Frosty. And later this afternoon, weather permitting, I don't think we're expecting rain, but I don't know. We're gonna hopefully do some treats for 2 of our birthday boys. Let's see where Miss Perfection is. Here she is. And we'll do that later today. There's that pretty lady. This is Perfection. She's our only Ocelot. She also has a heated den, but it looks like she's on the prowl, waiting on, sadly, the breakfast that's not coming today. I used to feel really sad for them on fasting days, but then in all reality, they get really well fed all week long, and in the wild, they wouldn't be eating every single day, so let's see where she's gonna go. Thank you, Nikki, for your donation. These cats still get treats and enrichment and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, she's not gonna. You're not gonna cooperate because you know I don't have the food. Yeah, we want these cats to be healthy, so we have to treat them for things like fleas and worms, and just like you would do for any animal. Yes. All right, just a moving and grooving this morning. And people always point out, oh, they're pacing, or they're, well, you know, they should be able to roam hundreds of square miles a day if they were in the wild. And sadly, because they are in captivity and can never legally be released, they gotta get their exercise somehow. So they all have little routines. They all have walking paths. In the wild, they'd be walking the same paths as well. They're called corridors. Animals will follow the same corridors for generations. All right, well, that's about all we're gonna get out of her. I see a fluffy biscuit over here, though. He sees me now, so he's crouching down to the ground. See that bobcat tail moving. You're a very fluffy biscuit this year, aren't ya? This is Nabisco Bobcat. It's one of our youngest residents. And he's a bit of a wild man. Yeah, that's very talkative. You can see the discoloration on the tree behind him. That's his favorite scratching place right now. Are you talking? It's a very good bobcat sound. I know. Fluffy biscuit. This is his usual morning spot. Let's see what Mrs. is doing. I agree, that would be a good page to add, Carol, about fasting. It's important to make sure everybody knows what that's all about. Mrs. Hi! You snubbed me yesterday. I tried to come out and do operant, and Mrs. just wasn't having it. Of course, there was a work group nearby, and they were being kind of noisy, so I think she was just like, no thanks. I'll stay warm in my barrel. So this is Mrs. Claus. She's also a bobcat. You see she looks significantly different than Nabisco. Nabisco would be more of a northern bobcat. Mrs. is actually a Florida bobcat. Sadly, she didn't make the cut for being rehabbed and released. We're pretty sure she has some special issues. She tried to become friends with her food. She's just leaping over that Christmas tree. Uh-oh, I'm afraid to even walk near Simba. He always screams for food. Hi, Simba! If you saw us yesterday, he got some birthday treats yesterday. And if you've never heard this cat eat, it is definitely something you want to watch. You can always rewatch our lives, any of our live feeds at facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout, or they do post automatically right on our Facebook. He's been clawing at that tree that you see right behind him, like where he's just pulling chunks of bark off, and then he'll like throw it in the air and run around and chase it around. He's very fascinated with that tree right now. Yeah, I saw you do it yesterday. And Mrs. was just directly behind me trying to pee on me. She's such a bad girl. You're such a bad girl. This is a tight area. I took video the other day. This cage over here is Nabisco, and then that's Simba, and then this one is Mrs. And sometimes you'll come over and they're all three sitting in that corner. Look like they're having a meeting. Is it about world domination? I bet it is. All right, let's go see what small girl's up to. See more of her tree has come down. There's a big chunk laying on the ground now. Is it the, oh yeah, it's the top. She used to have a little bit of a platform at the top of that. Hi, lady. Hi, cutie pie. What'd you do to your tree? You broke it. Did you break your tree? You can see that big chunk laying on the ground. That used to be at the very, very top. And she could sit up there. It kind of still looks like she might be able to sit up there. Hey, you being wild? So this is Small's Bobcat. You can learn about all the different cats at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Are you part of the world domination plan? I do see you and Mrs. running alongside each other a lot. She has been doing, like, she's done that to me from the very beginning, where she'll come running over and she points her butt at me. But she's actually one of the cats that has never ever actually sprayed me. Where are you going? Oh, I see you being creepy. I'd love to put a camera on her where we can, but I'm too afraid she would absolutely destroy it because she bounces off of everything. I hung a 360 up one time to try to get footage of her, and the only thing she would do was come over and smack it and bite it. And yes, you were gonna try to ruin the very expensive camera, weren't you? So goofy. So goofy. Alright, let me see. If Pharaoh's out and about, we'll probably end with Pharaoh today. I try to show you guys a good variety, different cats each day, especially the cats that you don't always get to see because they are the most active in the morning before breakfast. There he is. Hi, Pharaoh. Good morning, sir. Good morning, handsome. The most handsome boy. Yes, you are. He's very handsome. This is Pharaoh. Pharaoh is a white serval. Servals are native to Africa, so you can imagine he would not have been able to blend in very easily. You can see he actually has several serval spots still on him. Didn't fade away. Of course, he's gonna go far, far away. Let's see if we can walk around the front. Maybe catch a glimpse of Ariel? I don't know. Ariel hasn't really forgiven us. She finally has started eating in the presence of a keeper again. For a few days, she would make you walk completely away before she would come out and eat. Oh, there's Kelowna running around. There's that noisy work group again. So there's Kelowna's Lincoln. I know I got sidetracked from Pharaoh, but I'm trying to make these two have a bigger presence. At least get them used to me. Well, and since we're over here, I don't think I've shown you guys Tigerlily recently either. And she's in a very good spot. I've done 2 operant sessions with Kelowna and Dryden. I'll tell you what, Dryden's a superstar. I think he's gonna be really smart. We've already connected pretty good. Hi, lady. This is Tigerlily. Hi. Hi, cutie pie. No, don't you lean. You stay seated. It's not food. It's not food. No food, lady. All right, I'm pulling back because I don't want you to jump. Sweet Tigerlily. But anyway, Kelowna did really good on my very first operant session with her. And then yesterday I attempted it and there was way too much noise going on. There was a group in the area raking and she just would not come out of the den. So I kind of pushed the food in towards her and hid behind a tree. And eventually she came out, but it was like almost 30 minutes of just waiting. Hi, lady. Yeah, just stay up there and be cozy. You don't have to come down. I didn't want to make you come down. So Tigerlily is also one of our oldest cats. Oh my goodness sakes. Well, good thing you're our last cat. I'm losing it. She will actually be 24 in April. So Riza and Frosty are our oldest, but you're in 3rd. She was meant to be somebody's fur coat. And lucky for her, no, don't you do that. Lucky for her, she got to keep it for 24, almost 24 years. She's such a doll. Well, thank you to everybody who donated today and everybody who has shared this. That really helps us reach more people. And I really appreciate everybody who was explaining all the things that I'm rambling about this morning. And look for us to go live a little bit later with some birthday treats. You're just full of it this morning. She's gonna be very sad when only a couple treats come, huh? That's why I love the Bobcats. They are unstoppable. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining today.